Join me on my journey as I travel from the bottom of Europe all the way through Austria, Liechtenstein into Switzerland. I'll be starting at the castle in Neuschwanstein, which is based off Disney's Sleeping Beauty. I am to report to the castle for an important mission on a quest, hiking and camping through Europe in an attempt to find a herbal remedy for Sleeping Beauty. So join me as we travel through Europe. I'm ready to set off on this quest, and I've got this huge bag behind me. I've got a 2.5 hour walk to the airport, which is where I'm going to catch the bus. So Disney's Sleeping Beauty was originally modeled off this castle, and I am to report to the king because there is some sort of issue at hand, and until I receive my orders, I'm not sure where I'll be going. How do I get to the castle?
Ja, du musst jetzt hier geradeaus laufen, 2 Kilometer.
2 Kilometer. Okay, danke schön.
Ja, bitteschön, viel Spaß.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you know the direction to the castle? I think it's that way. Thank you. So this area that I'm walking through now is called Bavaria. This river leads to the castle. Let's just keep on walking. And we should get there in about an hour's walk. I'm sure the quest ahead will be much longer than that. All the citizens of Bavaria probably have no idea that Bavaria is under a crisis right now.
So to begin your quest, you just have to find a bridge. You have to go that way, around the castle.
Sleeping Beauty is being knocked out by a witch. She's out cold, and the king needs me to find a remedy and a cure. And to begin my quest, I need to find the bridge. It would appear we have an entire army guarding the bridge. I must cross this bridge. It's approaching nightfall. This is where we're going to build the campsite, right in front of the castle. This is the best place to camp out for the night, and then we continue tomorrow. So this is my setup, that I'm nice and dry when I'm sitting down. So we've got this grain dense bread, some cheese, prosciutto. It's a 2-man tent. We've got the bed in there. It's holding up with the rain so far. I think it's going to rain overnight as well, so hopefully that holds. We've got the view of the castle, and it's just the most scenic, surreal thing that I've ever experienced. It's so cool. It must be under 10 degrees this morning. It's so cold. In the dead of night, I just heard howling from a distance, but I was on ChatGPT and I asked if there were wolves in the forest.
Yes, wolves are back in Bavaria, but not to worry, they are very rare.
And then I looked up what a Eurasian wolf looks like, and man, they're big dogs. Let's get all this packed up. Cables, cords, wallet, some tape, sleeping bag, drone, tent, towel, mattress, my food, my clothes, water on this side, tripod here, and all of that goes into there. Okay, we're making our way through the forest. You can also find brown bears as well. Would both be amazing to see, but also very scary.
Brave hero, set forth beyond these walls. Travel far and wide across the lands, searching for a cure and a remedy for Sleeping Beauty.
Okay, here we are. I followed the toad's instructions clearly. Go to the lake, dive in and retrieve the red bulb of fortune. I got it. Here it is, the red bulb of fortune. We're going to use this as part of the remedy and the cure to restore Sleeping Beauty and save Bavaria. We've just lost my most valuable, trusty companion, my drone. I flew the drone over the lake. It started running low on battery, so I brought it down to a landing spot. Searched the entire lake, and I truly believe that it has been stolen. This feels like the point in the movie where the main character loses his companion, you know, without a dog or a friend. My drone was my trusty companion. These gentlemen understand it is a sad day for all of us. Excuse me, sir, have you seen the drone? No questions will be asked, we just want it returned. Okay, very well, be on your way. Okay, we're gonna move our way through the Bavarian forest, looking for a place to spend the night. These mushrooms. Holy shit, that's a wolf. When I first saw it, I thought that's a wolf. That looks like a wolf. Then when I filmed it, it looked a little bit like a fox when it turned away, but it was thick, it was bigger than a fox, and it was grey in colour. Okay, so I'm setting up here. The wolf that I saw was way back there. I'm just being mindful because I can hear howling in the distance. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see a wolf, but kind of scary as well. I mean, it was really cool to see a wolf, but I better get set up and get in the tent. Anyway, I want to actually cut this video off soon. I'm going to get in the tent. Oh, fucking hell. What's that? Okay, let's get this thing set up. Okay, so we're in the tent. Got it set up. This is such a classic hero faces trials and tribulations. It feels safe inside this tent. It's not much, but if anything does happen, at least I've got something. But I kind of need to go out to take a piss. Good morning. Last night was freezing. It was about 8 degrees this morning when I got up. I had to put this wetsuit on because I was so cold. And look at my view. I saw a wolf last night.
No,
I did.
No. In Bavaria, no wolves.
No, I did.
Okay, it's new for me. You were the first one who see a wolf in Bavarian.
I reckon I got about 2 hours sleep last night. I got to sleep real late because I was up all night looking for the drone. And then obviously having a wolf outside my tent wasn't the best for my sleep. I kept waking up in the middle of the night, hearing noises, hearing crackling in the bushes, and my mind just went into this fight or flight state. So it feels like I'm walking like a bit of a zombie today. We got a big journey ahead. I'm on about 2 hours sleep. All the stores in these villages are closed. They don't open till about 11:30 a.m. So we're gonna have to do this stretch with very minimal fuel. So this morning we've been brewing the black tea. We've got pink Himalayan salt, which we're supplementing in the water to get the minerals back in. We're almost out of water though. I had a frog gel as well, beta-alanine, citrulline and protein. Just sitting by the lake for a little bit, and then we're gonna get back on the road again. So I'm still walking along the border of Austria and Germany. The region is Bavaria, and this place is just huge. Bavaria is a huge region, but no food located here. So hopefully I can find some food. I do wonder what the next quest is though, after finding that red bulb of fortune. Excuse me, I need guidance on the quest ahead. Is there anything you can tell me?
Find the eagle's nest. Tell no one of this.
Very well. Followed the horse's instructions clearly. Retrieve a structural piece from the eagle's nest. This has to be it. Eaglewood. We have the red bulb of fortune and eaglewood. Let's continue our journey towards Switzerland, and we'll see what other omens, mentors, guides that will lead us in the right direction to save Sleeping Beauty. Let's journey on. I want like a big fat burger. This cow's like, burger? No, not you. There's got to be some food in there somewhere. So this is like fruit and nut in here, and this is just a big slab of meat. It's called Leberkäse. Honestly, I reckon I could probably just pitch my tent here. I probably shouldn't camp there. Alright, so look at that behind me. It's looking promising. We're gonna find a spot to camp tonight, somewhere up here.
Find the waterfall. Retrieve the purple flower of healing.
Very wise words, climbing monstrous mountains. That is what I must do to save Sleeping Beauty. It's so cold. Oh man. We're along the border of Austria and Germany at the moment, but we'll probably make our way down to Switzerland soon. So I've been walking for about an hour. We've got another half an hour until we get to this waterfall. We've got the red bulb of fortune, we've got the eaglewood, and we've got the purple flower of healing. I'm on my way to the next town. Look what we got here. We have cheese in a vending machine. How good is that? But it's really expensive. So I'm gonna pass and wait till I get to the town. All I've had is half a bottle of water and a few apples. We've got a fresh baguette, we've got meatballs, and we've got this tomato pesto sauce. So we're gonna make a meatball sub. I'm gonna absolutely smash this. So we're looking for a place to stay tonight. Probably won't be a stellar view like last night. Anything will do, honestly, just something that's really comfortable because I haven't been getting the best sleep lately. Get everything sorted and get a good night's sleep. Good morning, this is where we camped last night. Pitched a tent right here, discreetly behind this tractor, and had to wake up before first light so I didn't get caught by the farmer or I didn't disturb the farmer or any of the animals. We've got a beautiful sunrise in front of us. For breakfast this morning, we've got latte espresso. This thing has 500 milligrams of caffeine. So a double shot of coffee is 160 milligrams. I don't know if I'll drink the whole thing. I am a bit of a caffeine fiend. It was only €2, so that's like not even $4 Australian. Excuse me, man. We're looking for Switzerland. Switzerland, ma'am, we need to know where Switzerland is. Hey, come here. Hey. All right, there's something going on in Switzerland. Things are getting sus out here. Normally the way I have showers is I find a fresh waterfall, freshwater stream, or a fresh lake, and then I'll go have a shower there, and then any of my dirty clothes I just rinse out and repeat a few times. And that's basically how I do my washing and how I have a shower and stay clean while I'm hiking for days on. And while I wait for my clothes to dry, I'm eating this pickle salami baguette. So I'm right near the highway. Behind me, you've got the slip lane. So I'm just gonna stand there with my thumb out and hopefully hitch a ride to Switzerland. I just got picked up by a German woman who could speak English. Her name was Eva. She carried me 20 kilometers. Then as I was walking on the highway, I got picked up by police. You're supposed to be at a petrol station, not a highway. I mean, that makes sense. So I got a 10-kilometer lift and now I'm seeking another hitch. This is like full-on rejection therapy. People just look at you, you've got your thumb out. You're like, hey, look at me, I can't afford a ride. Can you pick me up? Nope, okay. All right, so I got picked up by Michael. Hey, Michael.
Hey guys.
How long do we have till we get to Switzerland?
To Switzerland around about an hour from here, but we're stopping right now at the next gas station. So
there you go, okay.
Pick you up.
Cool. This is my fourth and final ride with Hannes.
Hello.
And he's taking me all the way to the border of Switzerland, which is really cool. We're gonna go to, what's the lake called in Switzerland?
Bodensee.
Fourth hitch, all the way to Switzerland. Okay, we are so close to Switzerland. If you look behind me, Switzerland is just over the other side of that lake. The sun is setting, so we're gonna find a nice spot to camp out for the night. This morning we have friends everywhere, all these little slugs. So we're just flicking them off. I'm gonna shave because I think while you're traveling and while you're backpacking, you're already walking around with a backpack with no home. I think it's also important not to look the part and not look homeless. Honestly, this is the reason why I don't have blisters on my feet and on my toes. I'm walking through a lake at the moment that splits the border between Switzerland, Germany, and Austria. And it's so beautiful, so pristine. Whew. This is so beautiful. So currently my plan is to go to a supermarket and then I'm gonna camp out close to the highway that takes me to Liechtenstein through the mountains towards Lauterbrunnen, which is also known as the Valley of Waterfalls in Switzerland. Okay, I've treated myself here. I got these crisps, got a cold pressed juice with spirulina in there, some fresh yogurt, and then I've got a hot schnitzel on a bread roll. Yum. So right now I'm in a town called Kindor. This place is a community for orphans. Marvin, who I just met, he's from Nigeria. He speaks really good English. You wanna say hi?
Hi, my name is Marvin. I'm 30 years old.
This whole place here is for kids that don't have a home. And Marvin just came up to me and we just started chatting and I was telling him about my travels so far. Like, where are you sleeping tonight? I'm not sure.
Here, also here.
Also here, yeah. So, and you got kicked out tonight?
Yeah, no, yesterday.
Okay, so you and I are kind of in the same boat.
Yeah, kind of.
All right, well, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you too.
Can you have Willow? You want one?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Should I just take?
Yeah.
Can I take one? Like this one?
This is...
Look at
Marvin.
Smiley.
Marvin was showing me this this like triangle thing. It's like pretty cool. This thing here, protected by the rain and it's very discreet, so I'm just gonna camp out there. So cheers, bro. This is where I slept last night. I got a full 9 hours sleep. I woke up close to 9 o'clock. I was told that I can sleep here as long as I want, so I took full advantage of that and I got the best sleep and I'm feeling great. The sort of community and the friendships that they've built, you can really tell holds them together, because a lot of these kids, they've either run away from their homes because their homes are dangerous or abusive, or their parents want them to come home but they don't want to come home because they know that their parents are abusive, and sometimes no one will listen to them. No one will take the time to hear their story, and instead they will believe the parents and try to get the kids back to the parents. And you can tell there's a real depth to who they are, maybe a depth that a lot of kids don't have growing up with such good conditions. Yeah, Marvin was telling me he doesn't know what family is, you know, and he wants to have a family one day. It's not really something he thinks about or misses because he's never really had one. When people truly need each other, that's where community is built. When people are rich and they have everything and there's no need to group together and to help each other, there's less need for a community. Marvin and I stayed up hours into the night just chatting about our future and our past and what's going on for us right now. A little pendant that I was carrying on me for a while, it said "doing fine, rain or shine." I gave that to him. One of his friends, Luca, gave me a drink bottle. That was really wholesome. Honestly, that experience and that memory is something I'll hold with me for a lifetime. It has really widened my perspective on the world. Showed me another side of life that I had not yet experienced. Yeah, I wish the best for all those kids, and I hope they one day have healthy, happy families one day and they live a good life. So I just finished editing some videos and having a coffee at the local cafe, and I was talking to two older women. One of them gave me 20 euros after speaking to her, and she just said, take this with your travels. It will come in handy when you go to villages and small towns. So generous. Honestly, my heart is so full. That's amazing. Can you see that house behind me? That house honestly reminds me of the house from Up, where they're on the edge of the cliff near a waterfall. It's so cool. I don't know who lives there, but that seems like a cool place to live. All right, we're back at it again. Let's see how long it takes to hitch a ride to Liechtenstein. So I successfully hitched the ride with a woman named Rosemary, and she told me that the best way to get to Liechtenstein is to catch a train to Feldkirch. It is unbelievably cheap, 4.5 euros, which works out to about $8, but that is also officially the most money I've spent on transport since I've been on this adventure. We may have messed up here. I took some time to eat a doner, delicious, but I may have taken too long. It's completely nighttime now. I'm walking through this town and there's just like city and town everywhere, houses everywhere. So I don't know where I'm gonna sleep the night. Okay, kind of spooky. I guess we can camp here. What is this? Is this like a beaver? Hello. Super cool. What are you doing, little buddy? Oh, it's pretty big. Guess I'm camping with you tonight. No way. There are eyes everywhere here. Every time I shine my torch, there's like 2 eyes staring right at me. I guess I'm going to be camping with company tonight. Whoever or whatever that is. Just outside I can hear an owl hooing, and it's starting to rain as well. I'm in the middle of the wetlands and it's so peaceful. Every now and then I see or I can hear animals running around. Yeah, it's so nice and so peaceful here. Good morning. I'm officially crossing the border from Austria to Liechtenstein. And in front of me, 3 deer. So Liechtenstein is one of the smallest countries in the world, but also one of the wealthiest countries in the world. Most people in Liechtenstein have about 4 times the amount of money that an Australian would have, and they make double the salary. So many years ago, Europe wasn't as organized as it is today. There used to be a lot of states and cities spread across all the land. And some of these pieces of land were called lordships. The Liechtenstein family bought 2 lordships so they could have a say in the political party, which was known as the Holy Roman Empire, which was all of Europe. And eventually the emperor combined those 2 lordships into one country, which is now known as Liechtenstein. And Liechtenstein means bright light in German. It's a beautiful place. So in about 5 minutes or so, a guy named Rene is about to pick me up, and he's taking me to a festival in Switzerland. It's one of the biggest festivals in Europe. It goes for 3 days, 3 nights. There's music and dance at night, farmer wrestling, which is one of the most famous events, where farmers come from all over Switzerland to see who is the strongest. And the winner takes home a big cow. They also have stone throwing and a few other activities that I'm really excited to see. This happens only every 3 years. It's a huge campsite. There's over 200,000 people here, but only 57,000 people are actually allowed in the stadium, which we've got tickets to. Because Rene, he makes all these mats here, so he was able to get me a ticket to come. He used to travel the world as well. When he saw me and he heard my story, he said, I want to help this guy out. 200,000 people actually apply, with only 1,000 tickets to be sold to the public. So it's extremely rare to have an opportunity to go to this place in Switzerland. So I've just set up my tent here. It's gonna be a good night. Free beer, free food, free everything inside here. So I'm really excited. The other guys are just setting up the tent now. I'm gonna get cracking. We do a cheers for the video. Cheers. Cheers.
Also Schnaps.
Also ich sag's dir so.
Okay,
Alles, was du
the so-called Lorrainer Schnaps, it is made by Pfarrer Joe from Gashurn, which is a little village in the Montafon Valley, and he has collected the herbs on 1,900 meters in the Lorraine Valley in Tyrol. So, prost to you.
Schnaps, Austrian tradition with some herbs, and it comes from some wooden shit from Tyrol.
I'll let you do it and then I'll do it after.
You do it after. You know a saying?
A saying?
A saying in English like in German. Das Reh springt hoch, das Reh springt weit, wieso auch nicht, es hat ja Zeit. It's raining cats and dogs, why not? We are in Switzerland.
Swiss tobacco, very famous tradition in Switzerland. Other side, other hole. Other.
When you're watching the wrestling or you're going to go grab some food, this is the background. Everything is just surrounded by it. It's the most beautiful place I've been. It's like walking through heaven. Look how blue this water is. It's like pristine, Arctic water. When the ceremony begins and all the teams walk out, there's 8 teams, they're walking in their colors with flags, and I couldn't help but think it was like a Quidditch match from Harry Potter. I thought about the Goblet of Fire when they've got the mountains there and they've got the stands and everyone's cheering on the teams. So as we're watching the wrestling, the music in the background is like so beautiful, but also so calming. And when you've been here for a while, it almost just puts you to sleep as you're watching. The other thing is that they don't eat like hot dogs. A lot of the people here bring their own cutting board and they chop up metwurst and cheese while they're watching the game. So different to Australia. So there are 56 competitors total, and only the top 15% of the best fighters in Switzerland come here to compete, and the best fighters will continue on, and the worst fighters that lose the most matches will get knocked out, and it continues on until we get a winner. I've just found myself an apple off of someone's tree. It passed the juiciness test. Very nice. Let's continue on. So I'm currently walking through the farmland of Switzerland. Six to 7 hours of walking, and it looks like we're in for a storm, so we could be in trouble. Yeah, it's windy, rainy, stormy, but I got my avocado, so we're cool. Every part of me just wants to book a night in accommodation. This is definitely the hardest when it's cold, it's rainy, but we're pushing through. It's just one night after the other. Let's find a place to sleep. So we finally found a spot. I'm in the middle of the forest, not far from a pathway, but it is honestly all forest here. I don't think anyone goes to this location because we're in the middle of nowhere, but here's my setup. And this is where we are, in the middle of nowhere. Alright, let's get in. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here in Switzerland with Fabio. Hello. That's his car back there. He's like a bit of a sports car driver. What is your form of therapy?
My form of therapy is like driving around all day, going up places like this. It helps me process things that happen in my life.
Just like ripping through the mountains?
Yeah.
It's awesome. So I'm currently on route to Lauterbrunnen, and I'm here at Morsach, and there is this beautiful lake behind me with all the mountains. This is absolutely mind-blowing. This is where I'm at the moment. I'm at the halfway point in a town called Aldorf. It's a beautiful town, but we must journey on to Lauterbrunnen. I'm currently crossing this beautiful bridge, and behind me is this beautiful lake right next to the yacht yard, the marina. We are on another night trek. We're going into the night, surrounded by mountains. This feels like a full-on Lord of the Rings scene. So I'm currently walking through a lakeside village. This is so cool. This reminds me of something off of Minecraft. Good morning. Here we are right on top of Lake Schwitz. This is where we woke up this morning. So many stairs. This is crazy. So what I'm walking now is called St. Jacob's Pass. And there were people all over Europe that would walk this as a pilgrimage. Not only men and women, but also children and old people. If they could do it because they needed to do it back in the day, then surely I can get through this. We have some fresh mountain water. This water comes straight from the mountains, and as part of the pilgrimage, they had pipelines set up like this so that the fresh water would come through and you could enjoy yourself a nice cool drink, mineralized by the rocks of the earth, straight from the mountains. So let's give it a shot. Swiss water. Here goes. Wow. That is better than any filtered water I've ever had. That is amazing. Some people pay up to $10,000 to $15,000 on structured water machines. What they're doing is they're changing the structure of the water to put it back into its natural hexagonal shape. So when we have structured water, natural water from the earth that is mineralized by the earth, the water binds to the cells and energizes us with its minerals, with that hexagonal shape. And it energizes you. You feel alive. And the yogis talk about a concept called prana, which is when you eat something that is living, like fruit or living water, you absorb the life force and the life energy that that thing is giving you. Having living water, having fruit, vegetables, things that come from the earth, you get energy from that, despite the mineral content. So I've just filled up my whole pack full of mineral water, and I'm feeling good. We are feeling energized. Let's go. Alright, so we've got fresh water from the mountains, bread from the local bakery, an avocado, some salami, and of course we're in Switzerland, so Swiss cheese. We finally made it down the bottom of the mountain. We're on the walk to Stans, which is the next town that I'm going to. So we're going to take a moment here, go for a bit of a swim, and then head on. Freezing cold glacial water in Switzerland from the mountains, and it is crystal clear, but also so cold. It's like an ice block. Oh, it's freezing. Oh. Okay, we have officially made it to Interlaken. We're about a 3-hour walk to Lauterbrunnen, and even now you can see the mountains in the background and you can see the skydivers and the base jumpers. So when you're walking around Switzerland, they just have these taps here. It's just fresh mountain water, and you can just like walk along the street and fill up your drink bottle. This is like the drink fountain in Switzerland. So I'm walking down the street of Interlaken looking for a place to spend the night. And I bumped into this lady. She says, "Where do you want to go?" And I said, "I'm going up into the mountains, I'm wild camping." And then she's like, "Good luck," and walks off. So I don't know what that means, but let's find a place to sleep. Tonight's gonna be a chill night. We're in a beautiful location, just perched up on the hill. There's not much scenery, but it seems to be really safe from people and cars. So it means that I can sleep in peace, not thinking that, you know, someone's gonna catch me in my tent. I lost my wall charger, which is really annoying. I'm looking at about $40 Australian just to buy one of those back here in Switzerland. So that's really annoying. Honestly, that's where all my money goes, just on losing silly stuff. Well, not all my money, but money that I don't want to part with gets lost on things that I shouldn't be spending money on. But that's okay. Tonight, we're just gonna have some snacks, watch some Looney Tunes, and then we're on a big hike tomorrow morning. Good morning. We have an elf guarding the bridge. Uh-oh. Look at this bridge. This is like something out of Lord of the Rings. This is crazy. Look at it. Whoa. And then I'll show you guys on the side. Guys, I'm kind of emotional at the moment. This is the main quest. This is one of the reasons I came to Europe. When I was a kid, I had 2 dreams. One was to run a marathon and one was to travel the world. Not to stay in fancy hotels and fancy restaurants, but to really adventure, to see what's out there, to see the mountains, the nature, the rivers, the streams. And Lauterbrunnen, the Valley of Waterfalls, is something that I've always wanted to see. This is the main quest. This is why we've come. And the little kid inside of me is screaming, and I just feel incredible. Like I didn't come from a fancy upbringing. I had good parents, but it's just amazing to see the sort of life that I've built for myself, and to really just take that leap of courage and to go out and seek adventure. You know, all the Disney films and Pirates of the Caribbean, Lord of the Rings. I used to think, man, one day I want to be that person. I want to go out and I want to go on this huge adventure and just see the world. And I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. So let's journey on. Let's get to Lauterbrunnen. We got about a 2-hour walk, and I can't wait to see this beautiful place. Let's do it. Hey, what's your name? So I bought a ticket to go on the cable car to the top of the mountain, Schilhorn. Normally I don't do a lot of these touristy things, but this seems pretty cool. So let's jump in the cable car and look at the view. This is one heck of a view. We've taken the first cable car up, mountains in the background. We're at the first cable car and I booked the ticket to the top. So we're going way up there. So we went from here, currently there, going all the way up to there. So we're about the halfway point. We're gonna go one higher, which is down at the back of me, back there. So hopefully that clears, because I plan to camp up there. So we made it to the top of Mount Schilhorn. Got mountains in the background there. Mountains over here, although it is so high up and there's a lot of clouds. So a lot of where we are right now is just in the clouds. All around me, it's just white. We're just in the clouds. This is absolutely crazy. I don't know if I've ever been this high up on land. Wow. This guy is from Korea. He's going crazy on the live stream. You want to say hi to my audience?
Yeah, hi. Your YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube.
Yo, very good. I YouTube too.
Awesome, man. Okay, so in front of me, we have Jungfrau, 13,000 feet, the tallest mountain in this region of the Alps. Most of the movie Her Majesty's Secret Service, the James Bond movie, was filmed here in Switzerland on Mount Schilhorn, including the restaurant with the revolving floor. So I'm just looking around and exploring the place. So we're here on the other side of the mountain now, and behind me you can see a rainbow from above. You see the rain clouds and then the rainbow sitting just underneath it. It looks insane.
The next thing that you need for this quest is a sacred stone from Mount Schilhorn.
All right, here we are going down the mountain. If you look behind me, it's literally just a straight drop off of the mountain. All cloud cover, you can't see anything. But about 10 meters in front of you, I'm gonna hike down and we're gonna find a place to sleep here in the Alps. This is definitely the craziest and coldest place I will have ever camped in my life. Honestly, a little bit fucking scared to go down this, but here we go. Okay, the path's opening up a little bit more. Still can't see much in front of me. This is certainly the hardest part of the journey, to find this sacred stone for the herbal remedy, the final piece of the puzzle to save Sleeping Beauty. I've got to work for it. My hands are shaking because it's so cold up here. You can hear thunder in the background. That's crazy. We've got a storm coming in. Fuck. This is wild. Thunder in the background. That's where we gotta go. Let's do it. This is crazy. You can hear the thunder rumbling in the background. It's just me up here. The last cable car is gone. No one but me. Clouds all around me. All I can see is the path in front. 2 meters. It's hailing at the moment. This is fucking wild. And there's lightning all around me. Thunder. We're still going. I think my phone cut out because it was so cold. The phone froze. But we had hail, we had thunder and lightning, we had electric bolts zapping through the wires. I was making sure I kept away from the Rio poles and all the wires. We're now in an area where there are no wires. If you can see where I am, but it's still scary because this storm is crazy. So that's where we came from. And that's lightning, that's thunder, my God. And that's where we're going. A little lake facing the mountains. Do you hear that thunder? That is honestly wild. That's loud. I'm saying, God protect me, God be with me, and give me the courage to continue. Hold me in your arms as I passage through the mountains. You can see behind me that big snow cap has these rivets laid out, and they almost look like pockets for shelter, but that is obviously a death trap waiting to happen, so I'm not going to be going there. But we have finally made it to the location, so we're going to look for a spot to set up camp. All right, we're set up. We've got the tent here, we've got the snow cap here, we've got the fog coming in, you barely see the lake anymore. Yeah, let's get in the tent, get a good night's sleep. Alright, so we're ready to go to sleep. I've got face mask on, I've got skins, I've got my wetsuit wrapped around my feet so I stay warm. I've got a rock on each side of the tent. The reason I've got the rocks there is so the tent doesn't get taken away at all by the wind. And then also, I know there are wolves in the Alps as well. So honestly, my best bet is just to bash the wolf in the face with a rock. But until tomorrow, let's do this. Good morning. Last night was the scariest night of my life. It was an absolute thunderstorm for about 3 hours. The thunder and the lightning were so close together. I saw flashes all around me, loud crackling thunder, and I just thought, man, I'm about to die. Like, I was honestly scared for my life. I was sitting there in a crouch position, just like praying and saying, like, please, we will get through this, we will get through this. And I was just closing my eyes, holding my knees, and I was on top of some thick padding, which was my barrier and my grounding between the lightning current on the ground and any sort of conductivity like polyester, plastic, metal. So I was making sure I didn't touch the tent walls, and I had a thick foam padding underneath me so that if the lightning did hit nearby and the ground current carried the lightning through to where I was sleeping, I'd be less likely to get hit. But God, it was scary. It was so scary. Okay, so we've got snow on the top. Listen to this. Yep, pretty damn cold. Good morning. It's snowing. If I look above me, we have one of the first cable cars I've seen operating today. I don't think there's a lot going. We've collected the sacred stone. It's safely in my pocket, and we're gonna get home. We survived the lightning storm, snowing this morning. We're doing good. We're just walking through the snow to get to the nearest station, and I'm gonna catch a cable car down. I'm absolutely blessed to be alive. Just did everything I could, and I just prayed, and I made it through the night. And now we just gotta make sure we don't get frostbite walking back to the station. It's just up there in that cloud of snow. Finally. All right, let's get in there, get warm, and maybe grab a hot coffee if it's available, and then head down. Oh, God, it feels good to be back. Mom, Dad, we're alive. We made it down the mountain. We're in the valley. Oh my God. That was the scariest moment of my life. Probably right next to paddling open ocean with great white sharks. But it was up there. I thought I was going to die. Whew. Okay, so we're at the end of our quest now. We've just got to find a fireplace to burn the herbal ingredients that I've collected for Sleeping Beauty's recovery. We burn it in the fire, and the ashes spread across the land to restore Sleeping Beauty's health and save the kingdom and finish the quest. Okay, we're back down in the valley. We've got the stone from the mountains. We've got the red bulb of fortune from the lake. We've got the eagle wood. And we've got the purple flower of healing, which now looks more like white. So the instructions were to cast these 4 elements into the fire, and the smoke will fill the land and lift the curse and save Sleeping Beauty. So here goes. Thanks for staying up to date with my YouTube. If you're not already, please subscribe if you'd like to see the future adventures and the future travels that I do. I'm more active on Instagram, so please follow me there if you'd like to see more active updates. It does take me a while to upload these YouTube videos, but I really appreciate your patience and thanks for being here. Cheers.